Enjoy where you are now. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So hopefully you guys were there in the first episode of this when I messed it all up by trying to use Streaming Labs and be all snazzy. But here we go. We'll give it a attempt two. Please comment in the chat. Let me know if this one's working any better than the first episode was. So what was I saying was going on with the market right now? What's happening with the cryptocurrency space? Everybody's biting their nails, sitting on the sidelines, eyeing the fact that we're at that $12,000 resistant line. 11,700, 12,000, that area. I like to look at the round numbers. I always think everything's a psychological matter when it comes to Bitcoin, not so much necessarily all these technicals and fundamentals that everybody else likes to use. So what do we got going on, right? What's going to happen? How is this going to happen? A lot of people, they're looking for reasons, justifications, ways to go ahead and explain the fact that we're going to have a bull market, that we're going to shoot up to the upside, that Bitcoin is going to be on fire. We're taking off to the moon. We're going to see $100,000 Bitcoin by next year. Hey, I want that too. It's just a matter of accumulation periods. Is it going to be like that? Are we going to go there the right way? Because I also tell you guys about how I'm a revolutionary, right? I'm a freedom fighter. I care more than just getting the Lambos, right? I actually want the future to be a better place. I do believe in there's more to this world than money, right? Can't take it all with me. I do have a family. I have a son. I want him to have children. I want the future to be a great place where everybody is equal and treated fairly. And money really, comes down to a lot of different things. People do believe that money is what makes everything in the world go round. Every circumstance is based on some sort of financial decision. Well, whether or not that's true or not true, I don't know. I feel like I do some things that aren't involved with money, like this channel, for example. But at the same time, I do see how money can sway a lot of decisions. If I had more money at certain points in my life, hey, I probably would have made a few different choices than I had made. Well, what do we got going on in the news as we're looking at the cryptocurrency space? Because we don't have my co-host, Sammy. If you guys didn't hear me the first time around, she wasn't quite out of work. She was getting ready, trying to make it in time for the episode, getting upset with the boss about the fact that she couldn't make it, and then they go and they got to give her more work on top of it, so she's going to be stuck there late again. I don't know, probably time to change it up, right? And that's this glory of the eeny, meeny, miny, mo jobs, is that when you get sick of one, you just go to the next one, right? All right, let's see. We got the Fundy AU. Yes, much better. Great. Crypto Shrugged author. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad you made it. Good morning from here. Good afternoon to you. It is evening. It is getting dark. The sun is setting. It is 8 o'clock. It's actually 8:17 because I'm late. All right, let's see. We got Paul Rouleau working great now. Yeah, I don't know. Streaming Labs, it just requires so much bandwidth. And I've gone back and actually watched a little bit of these. It seems like the picture quality stepped up a little bit. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. And I've noticed that the sound is way better with the new microphone. So maybe without the encoder, it is getting a better quality photo or, resolution image or whatever out to you guys. I'm glad. That is one of the biggest, or has been one of the biggest complaints, but I can't do anything about where I lived. We're lucky we're not buying one of those little mobile hot boxes or something and trying to send a signal to you. But hey, I hear people do amazing stuff with just their cell phones. I guess I would have had to get a plan on one of those $900 cell phones, right? All right, video and sound excellent. 8:17 here as well, AM on the other side of the world, my man. I remember when I spent a couple months over in Hong Kong, actually right outside of Hong Kong on Lantau Island. I was there for work, but I had the weekends to myself. I had the nighttime to myself, and they were paying for the motel, the company, and everything. So I had the opportunity to keep a little extra in my pocket and go explore. And it was nice. It's not very often that, I have had the opportunity in my life to step out of the role, of being a father and a husband and having to work to cover the paychecks and, the bills and all that. And of course, when you work for an hourly rate, it's never enough. But those opportunities, you hold on to those memories. They mean a lot. That's another one of those things, you can't buy those things. So what do we got going on with the news? Because you guys would much rather be talking about that. We got BNB all over the place with this hack information. What's going on with the hacked coins? Was there a white hat hacker involved here that just wanted to get a bug bounty for the information? But, Binance not caring about its customers, possibly not willing to pay it, getting possibly up to as much as 60,000 people's information released. Wow. That's a lot, right? But at the same time, I mean, I'm supposed to be getting a check or something for like $125, $150 from the Equifax people for them getting hacked. I mean, everybody's getting hacked. I mean, is BNB going to give me some free tokens? Because I mean, it just seems like it's part of the game nowadays. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not like I want it to happen. They don't have my KYC information. I mean, I'm not trading. I'm definitely not trading more than 2 Bitcoin, so I'm needing to fill out the KYC. But at the same time, I mean, we're only looking at having till, September, until U.S. citizens are going to have to get off the exchange. They're looking at opening up the U.S. version of all of this. They're eyeing, I think I heard something like 30 different tokens possibly for the U.S. customers. So probably everything we see at GDAX, all the big names, right, that came out before the ICO craze, and then maybe a couple of those first ICOs have been able to pay off the people not to be securities. All right, let's see, what do we got going on? The Fundy AU. All right, talking about Shrug being in Australia, spreading the word of Bitcoin in the Philippines. Yes, that is a place where they need it. Same time zone. Yeah. All right, you guys. I love it that you guys get to travel all around the world and you guys still take time to listen. Little old Eugene Forrest out in the middle of the woods trying to talk about Bitcoin and how the revolution's at hand. And I mean, it's actually a gift, right? I mean, that's why we have to praise Satoshi Nakamoto as much as you could praise anybody that once was a living man or people that created this gift, right? I mean, they found a way to use cryptography to be able to make a form of digital currency that solved the double spend problem and eliminated third parties and was censorship resistant and has value based on the electricity and the computing power that's put into it. As we look at an all-time hash rate of 80 quadrillion hashes per second of SHA-256. I mean, it's just mind-blowing how much power and stuff is happening. I don't know if you guys caught Crypto Daily's video today talking about crypto mining and the power consumption. I loved how he debunked it. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, there's that standard, well, how much electricity are all the banks and the trucks and the tellers and, the employments and the lights using? And then on addition to that, I mean, really, what do you want backing, and what is it going to drive to the industry? This problem of natural resources and electricity is an ongoing problem. It's not just a matter of cryptocurrency and securing the network. It's a human problem, right? Since we have electricity needs and we're depleting natural resources, it has been an ongoing escalating issue. Oh, we got RJ coming in with a super chat for $20.99. That is amazing. Thank you. This is fantastic. As I tell you guys all the time, I wish we could do the screen share. I put a link to the Tally Fund at the top of all of this, but you guys know that we are a not-for-profit organization. None of this money goes into our pocket. We're not trying to sell you guys any classes or courses. We offer a free help desk at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. There's also a Proton mail down there because I've been doing those dark web episodes, and if you got some questions, I'm also willing to answer answer those or see if I can't help steer you in the right direction. Not saying that I'm an expert. Been meaning to reach out to my good friend Josh to schedule that next appointment to be able to do a live stream. Or, well, it won't be a live stream. We'll have to pre-record it and upload it, but another conversation about the dark web. The last one, you guys got to go check that out. That was a screen share episode that me and Sammy shot together in the back spare bedroom. Sound batting, right? I mean, I know everybody else has it. One of the benefits we have of being able to film outdoors here is that we don't have those problems. Gonna have to go ahead and see about doing something. You know, it never ends, right? It's always something. Once you get over one hurdle, there's another hurdle. That's why, like I said, hey, you should just be happy for where you are, because, you know, the next step is just another problem. It's just another situation. You always want more. There's always a day after. All right, let's see. What do we got? I still got some news here. Rumors about the Litecoin Foundation, right? I don't know about this one. Trying to take a breath and get a little coffee in here. Only 11 minutes so far. It's a lot harder without Samantha. She slows me down a bit. Sometimes I get worked up and it's just like I feel like I start talking a mile a minute. It's the old New York in me, right? All right. So we got the Litecoin Foundation. We got some videos coming out. We got some of that bud, because talking about some leaked documents, talking about donational addresses that they're putting up to be able to raise more funding for development of that Mimblewimble stuff, right? And implementing Mimblewimble on Lightning to be able to have private transactions. You know, where's the development? Where's the next level of news? Are people just, you know, beating on the door a little bit too early because they're looking for the next pump out of it because, hey, the halvening came and it was pre-factored in because it's an altcoin and it's not Bitcoin, and these things are a little bit more speculative when it's altcoins over Bitcoin. So I've seen a video today. They were talking about how there was this, you know, leaked information of an internal chat where they were talking about Charlie Lee's trying to step away from the project. You know, I don't know if I necessarily believe these things. A lot of this stuff is fudded all the time. You hear these things all the time about Ripple rumors. You know, that's why it's always, you know, I always take that approach of sit back, you know, wait and see what happens. You know, if there's an opportunity to go ahead and collect some crypto dividends or make some money, I'm going to take advantage of it. But, you know, you can't buy the top, you can't buy the bottom, you can't sell the top. So I don't have to jump in at every opportunity. Yes, I guess I probably missed the boat in comparison to some other people who have made millions, but at the same time, you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to the little bits I do have. All right. Well, as always, you know, the chat is one of the main things we care about around here. You guys have been doing wonderful by commenting in here already as I have been reading it. But of course, if there's anything you guys would love to talk about, any comments, any questions, I'm open to answering questions. I'm open to talking about stuff. I was hoping Samantha would have came rolling in here at the last minute, but it looks like I may end up getting all the way through this episode without her being able to join us. That is very unfortunate. Let's see. I kind of really covered up all the news. There was just so much Binance stuff going on and happening between that and the coins being mixed, right? That's the next one at the chip mixer, being broken down into 10 Bitcoin bundles, thinking that this could be a preemptive prelude to them going to some form of off-road, you know, or off-ramp avenue to be able to turn it into fiat cash. You can speculate all you want. I mean, that's always the chink in the chain. That's always where you see people getting caught and arrested, is when they try to go from cryptocurrency into, you know, fiat. I mean, you know, hey, this may be where they get caught. This may be where they make their mistake. But right now, you know, hey, we're seeing what's happening. We know that over at Chip Mixer that they're doing this. They're saying that they're seeing the largest volume that they've ever seen before. All right. Does it help or hurt? What do you think of Trump being anti-crypto? Does it help or hurt? At this point, I don't think anybody really gives who cares about what that guy says or does. I mean, maybe if this would have been, last year or something, or the year before when he first got into office, right? It's been, yeah. Maybe they would have cared a little more. But at this point, a lot of people are just talking about wanting to get him out of office, that he's a racist. Nobody really has positive things to say about him unless they're a firm Trump supporter. So with him talking bad about cryptocurrency, it's just another one of, a giant list of stuff that he is not talking great about and has talked bad about. And because it is like not one of 10, but it's like one of 100, I think it has less of an impact in people's minds. Let's see. He talks a lot. He does it to test the waters. Yep. I think that's pretty much how these things end up going to. He just goes and says whatever he's going to say and sees what happens and then comes out with, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't quite necessarily understand what I was saying. Because, I mean, pretty much unless you get out there and you do and say something extremely racist or whatever, then people can kind of forgive and forget. And he's already said so much and gotten away with it. Why couldn't he just keep saying whatever he wants? But I mean, I really don't do politics. I just catch little tidbits here and there, mostly whatever Facebook propaganda is happening, because I definitely don't watch like ABC or NBC or any of that kind of news. Crypto news is about all I'm been trying to digest with whatever free time I have. Always trying to keep busy, always trying to keep the hustle going. And of course, man, this grass never stops growing around here. I need to cut it again. But today was all about the birds. Was trying to feed and water them real good, clean out some of the pens. All right, let's see. What do we got going on? Coming up on 17 minutes. Well, I really don't have much more to talk about. Let's see. I covered the mixer, covered that. There's nothing really you guys want to talk about in the chat. I know there's a slight delay here, so I'm going to give you guys a moment to go ahead and just, comment, post whatever you guys want to talk about. We're going to see what we can't do about getting Samantha back here to the channel. I know that she was talking about, if this is going to continue, her putting in her 2-week notice there and finding another job, because this show it means a lot to us, and we try to, we work the show around a lot of different things, but when it makes it impossible to actually get here, then, hey, it has to go, because this is the number one priority for us. All right. Well, I guess I'm not seeing anything in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming out here this evening. Please give the video a thumbs up. It means a lot to us. It helps put us over in that sidebar on YouTube so everybody can go ahead and see what's happening. It'll give them the opportunity to come over and check us out. When they come over and check us out, we got a different kind of content, right? Because I believe that just talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is how we go ahead and spread awareness. I think the fundamental underlying thing that we need is awareness and adoption, because once we have awareness and adoption, everything will come out of it, right? We're not talking about Bitcoin being the answer for our generation. The generation that Bitcoin is going to solve and make life better for isn't even born yet. That's why I try to get off to EDM festivals and pass out Bitcoin flyers with embedded QR codes to millennials. They seem very receptive. It's a great event. It seems like it's a good atmosphere to be able to pass these flyers out to everybody. And we've been improving every single time. We've gotten out 3 different times. We've done it so far flawlessly. We've been adding a hashtag Bitcoin and coffee so they can come back to the channel and utilize the free help desk that you can hit me up on any of the social media platform that's listed down below. Twitter, Facebook, just in case something ever happens around here at YouTube. But you can also direct message me on them and ask me questions if you don't want to use the email. The tally fund is listed over there in the chat somewhere. So please, some Satoshis would help. It makes the biggest of difference. We want to see if we can't go ahead and get these tickets locked down before the end of the month. The price of the tickets will be going up then. We're going to see what we can do. If not, I guess we'll have to just go ahead and change the name of this festival, or from the Wakana Festival to the Electric Daisy Carnival, which is a little bit later. Start trying to early raise funds for that because we did end up a little short on the last one. I would like to not end up short again on this one because we also pretty much dollar for dollar have to match this one as well out of our own pocket to make it happen. All right, you guys, I appreciate you coming out here and checking out the channel. Share the video, give it a thumbs up, go home, take care of each other. I'll see you tomorrow at about the same time. And remember, keep that BTC safe. Later.